Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update for this Sunday. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, we'll go straight over to those charts. And yeah, as you can see, we are getting that move up to that resistance level that this is the move that we are talking about in yesterday's video. It looked like we were going to make a move, and the chances were that move was going to be to the upside, and that's what we got. Yeah, basically being guided up by this trend line we had drawn in. And yeah, now we are at that critical juncture. We are at that critical point, 10,500, 10,600 area, pretty much smack bang in the middle of it. What did we get up to? Yeah, we got up to nearly 10,600. So, yeah, that is pretty good. Yeah, potentially bull flagging this out and looking for a break. Yeah, obviously it's Sunday. CMEs are open, and we're going to wait for Sunday CMEs to open later on this evening. Are we going to get some sort of a gap down, a wick down? Because obviously we're going to have a gap in the CME. Or are we just gonna continue upwards? We'll have to. We'll have to see, but obviously you can see the main thing that has happened is that initially, obviously, the first thing that's happened is we've held 10,000, which was obviously really good. The second thing we needed to do was to take out 10,300, basically get above there and hold above there, which we have done, and that triggered the move up to this level, 10,600, 10,700, no, sorry, 10,500, 10,600 level. This is our next basically hurdle. And then obviously we've got the big one around the 11,000. So what I will say, this obviously stopping and reversing is the hardest point to predict in any move. So the 10,000 one, this was our hardest hurdle to get over, was actually stopping here and turning around. Then getting over 10,300 is probably our second hardest hurdle to get over, because obviously then we sort of have to prove that we have turned around, we're not going to dump back down again, and we are going to start making some upside progress, and we've done that. The next one, and this is this is probably one of the easiest. This is the easiest of the four hurdles I'm going to talk about. We've got the 10,000, 10,300, 10,600, and 11,000. So this one is actually the easiest one, because realistically the biggest point of rejection now that we've obviously stopped going down, we've broken an important level and we're at the next level. The hardest one now that is left is obviously to get above 11,000. So now we have reversed the trend and we have started to make up progress upwards. This is not the hardest level to break through. It is very important we break through it, and you guys know how much I've been saying 10,600 was a really important level all the way along. And we needed to hold that level. And then you guys know the excuse that I came out with for Bitcoin, which, and I say that and I joke about that, but trading analysis is a fluid sport. Things can change, and when you do come down that fast, you just have to reevaluate the levels really. And 10,600 didn't have a chance because we came down that quick. But so if we do get back above here, realistically, I'm just looking at it as in we are still in this context of this area, but we had basically had a deviation out of it that was brought about by the swiftness of this move that then obviously did bring in more selling, and yeah, and we've had to turn that around. So obviously we could get rejected at this level. I wouldn't say quite easily, not as in rejected as in then come all the way down to 10k, but we could get rejected at this level. But like I said, I think a logical target is 11k. If the bears are going to want to come in and sell this market down hard, they might as well wait to about 11k. Basically, that's what I'm saying. They might as well get a lot more people FOMOing in, a lot more liquidity, because if they start heavily selling into this area now, then we are going to capitulate. So yeah, get more people bullish, more people interested, getting us back to about 11,000, and then start to distribute their Bitcoin in this area. And that's not what I'm saying is going to happen. This is just if I was a whale wanting to offload a load of Bitcoin because maybe maybe there was an important election coming up and I just wanted to de-risk a bit. I didn't want to be holding these risk assets. Maybe stock markets are looking shaky and I wanted to de-risk a bit. If I was in that situation, and there will be people in that situation, then yeah, I mean, I would right now wait for around this area to try and sell some of my coins. And even then, I wouldn't be thinking, well, that's it, we're going to go down. I just would be looking to take some off, which is why I think we will find some heavier resistance around this level. And I don't think we'll rip straight through 11k that easily. I may be wrong. We may rip through it and then get rejected pretty harshly and then have a bonanza selling above here. But realistically, you guys know my fundamental view on the dollar, which obviously isn't open. Dollar's not open for business at the moment. And let's have a look at weekend Wall Street. I suspect this has to be up. It has to be up. I haven't actually looked at it this weekend, but I suspect it has to be up because obviously the price action we're getting. And I mean, to be honest, it's not really up. This is just, well, it is technically up, but it's not really a lot. So yeah, I mean, but we're not down though, and we are slightly up. So yeah, that is what I was expecting, not to see red for sure, but I was probably expecting to see more up than that. But hey, these things often make their moves nearer the actual open anyway. So, but dollar index not open at the moment. But yeah, so back to Bitcoin. So yeah, realistically, I think we've got a good shot to break through this level. This is looking obviously very much like an ascending triangle. I mean, you could draw a wedge in here. You could very easily, very easily, because there it is. Draw a wedge in here, and obviously, you know, rising wedges, they can break down quite clearly. Can break down. So we'll leave that in for the time being. And we are at this level anyway. So. But yeah, rising wedge we've got going on there. I will delete this trend line now, because if we ever come down to meet it, we will be below the 10k and this line won't be important. So we will clear this chart up now with that, and at least we have basically nullified that descending triangle on the low. But I guess we now have well, this potential bearish formation. So yeah. We've just gotta see what happens. Obviously, if we lose this trend line, we know we'll be testing some downside. I mean, realistically, the target would be about 10k, but we could get supported around this 10,300 level, which obviously was the other major level that we got above. But yeah, but all in all, I would say things are looking good. We'll look at the stochastics, but I pretty much know they're going to be looking a-okay. So 4 hour getting all the way up there, nice and wormed its way up there, which is good. So now it can potentially have some of this price action hold up here if the larger time frame stochastics start to come into play. 10 hour all the way nicely up there as well. So that's given us some nice momentum. 12 hour, look at that go, guys. Look at that 12 hour go. I basically said, didn't I, if we get up here, we're going to be at about 10,500, 10,600. And yeah, we still got some juice in this 12 hour tank. So I think we can get us over that 10,600 level. If we turn down, I mean, I guess we've got a of sorts trend line. But yeah, nothing too, like, I wouldn't really think that this is it, we're going to turn around here just because of that trend line. I'll just wait to see where price action takes us. We're at a critical level, we're at resistance anyway. If we break through, we are gonna catapult upwards. But obviously 12 hours are the best ones, I think. So it pretty much turned around, well, on the 9th. The 9th of September, we'll say. So where was price action on the 9th of September? It was basically here. So yeah, that is about right. On that day, we didn't ever trade lower than basically we traded on that day. And then we've just made a nice move upwards. 12 hour, when did 12 hour turn down? It turned down pretty much on the 1st of September, which was basically this day here. We turned down on the 1st of September. So yeah, we had a little bit of a move up to a tiny bit of a move up, and then the capitulation. So there you have the 12 hour slow. It's a bit of a not great signal there though. 12 hour buy there. But we did price action. Well, price action did clearly come down. But we got a nice short here as well. A nice long here too. A nice short around these highs there. A nice buy down here. Well, to be honest, that probably turned down. Did it turn down? I mean, yeah. I mean, realistically, that was turning down there before that dumped down. Then we stayed all the way up there, and a nice buy down there. So what more do you need other than the 12-hour Stokes? Daily Stokes. These are the ones that can start to get us really going now. These are the ones that can start to re-establish that at least well, we got the longer term bull trend, but like the short and the medium term just consistently upwards is this daily starting to look like it's going to make a move up. The 2-day starting to look like it's turning up, and then hopefully fingers crossed we can get the 3-day turning up. So yeah, if we have daily, 2-day and 3-day back up, well, 5-day out this trend line also. And obviously weekly, we'll just put the blinkers on and ignore weekly because it doesn't fit our narrative, and that's what that's the world we live in these days. Not really, but yeah, I mean weekly will obviously. I mean, if the daily, 2-day and 3-day are all turning up and the 5-day potentially going to turn up, obviously it's going to feed through to the weekly. So yeah, that's what we need to see: progress on the daily, progress on the 2-day, 3-day to turn up, and then it will be a case of basically price action will probably have that continual upwards bias going forwards. That bi-weekly 9, let's observe our bi-weekly 9. Look at it, perfectly played out here. Yeah, I mean, we saw it in real time. We saw it coming up. We were aware of what it could do. It has done that. Like I have been saying, we in the context of this bi-weekly 9, we can trade well 1 to 4 candles basically in this area. I'll probably call this 1 candle, 2 candle, so we can have another 2 or 3. Well, 2 or 3, that'll give us 4 to 5s, but depends on if we want to count the 9 candle. But yeah, 1 to 4 candles, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we could still get more sideways in here, but it doesn't have to be. It can just be a 1 candle correction, and then we could take our merry way upside. But also, if you just want to look, what you can kind of see here is an inverted head and shoulders. Quite clearly, we've got the neckline. We broke the neckline, we came back, we back tested the neckline, and then are we going to catapult upwards to meet the target of this inverted head and shoulders? So is it going to be a case of forward check, back check, pay check? Let's have a look at roughly what roughly what we can expect projected target wise for this. If I can grab my correct line. Yeah, so from the neckline, yeah, I mean, realistically, we're looking at about 15k. Nice. We'll take 15k. 15k will be, well, 15k will basically be the, it will only be the second time Bitcoin has ever really got up to that level. Obviously, this being the first time. This not making 15. Wait, sorry. This did, no, sorry. This didn't make 15k. And then, obviously, I know that anyway, but yeah. And yeah, so 15k will be, uncharted territory, relatively speaking, for us. We had obviously one blow off top into that zone, but to consolidate a multi-year consolidation, then get back to 15k, we will be looking extremely bullish, guys, extremely bullish, and it will basically look like a, well, whatever you want to look at it, as a pennant or an ascending triangle, however you want to look at it. It will look at like potential continuation to whatever you want. Pick any number. Any number is as valid as a target as any other number, because, I mean, if you said we were going here on this initial move, I mean, just look, the price action just been straight up, and we just consolidated. So now if we have another leg up, I mean, shall we draw? If this is basically the move, and this is basically the consolidation pennant, so we're looking at a move of well, we'll just bang it there. We're looking at a move about 35k based on that. So I'll take 35k Bitcoin. I'll take 35k Bitcoin for sure. Just think, guys, just imagine, and it's not unreasonable. To be honest, I was involved in Bitcoin in 2016, and I was just left flabbergasted at the, well, even if you just look at the move in Bitcoin in basically 2017, and then, I mean, then if you look at the moves in Ethereum and Ripple, yeah, I mean, talking about 35k from where we are now, which is basically considerably less than a 3x. It's just nothing, guys. It is nothing in the context of how we can move. Yeah, I get it, we're at a bigger price point, etc, blah de blah. So yeah, okay, but we're talking about we are talking about less than a 3x relative to, I mean, we'll just pick any random point. I mean, in 2017, right, we'll just pick 2017. So say from that base, that's a 2,000% gain, and 35k from where we are now. We're only really talking about a 200% gain. So it is a 10x less gain. So when the cookie crumbles, we could fall anywhere between basically, anywhere between that 2,000 and 200%. So there you go. So yeah, that is about it, guys. Oh, nice to see altcoins getting a bit of attention again. So that's good to see. I mean, some of these altcoins, I do think if we get back to about the 12k, they are going to be probably 2x of where they are now. Obviously, I'm talking some of the smaller, the newer, the DeFi alts, the Uniswap alts, not necessarily the, the old 1.0s. The original ones, the Cardanos, the what even are they? The Cardanos, the XRPs. I won't put Ethereum in that basket because I think Ethereum is basically it is fundamental for the alts 2.0s. But yeah, the Cardanos, the Moneros, the Trons, the Litecoins, I mean, they clearly aren't going to be 2x'd if we get back to 12k. Anyway, but just, yeah, we are going to see some big moves in some altcoins if we get back up. So that is a sort of stair-step pattern that you want to see. Basically, altcoins have, Bitcoin have a move up, altcoins have a massive move up, altcoins have a big pullback, but Bitcoin have a pullback, Bitcoin have a move back up, altcoins have an even bigger move back up. That is what we're looking for. So obviously we all know, I've got a bit caught up in Bitcoin price action because obviously Bitcoin's the only thing open. I can't really look at the charts, but we do have to be aware that we are counting on this coming down. If this basically breaks above here, all bets are off, and we're probably going below 10k pretty quick. Stock markets obviously need to get back up again. But like I said, my views on this. That I think this is going up. I think this is still going up, just because of the economics, the politics, the etc., the manipulation. I mean, all it has done forever is go up anyway. So the trend is your friend. Forever is a long time as well, guys. Just want to quantify that for you. Forever is a long time, and this has just gone up forever. So, I mean, now, do you think now is the point we're going to come down? I mean, just look at this chart, guys. People are thinking this is a massive, crazy blow off top in the NASDAQ. This price action here is similar to just the normal, boring movement of the NASDAQ, historically. And this isn't even going back that far back in time. Probably actually, to be honest, since I don't know when the Nasdaq was when the Nasdaq was started, the inception of the Nasdaq. Maybe it was here, but this is a blow off. This is a blow off top, guys. This is not a blow off top. This is the blow off top. We are in this point here. If we're gonna have a blow off top in stock markets and whatever, this is what we're looking for. And this is a move. If we were to start this move now, is a is a move of about 800%. I love looking at these numbers. Do you know what though? Right, which is going to take us to it's gonna, let's just call it 100,000 on the Nasdaq. It's going to take us to 100,000. I love talking about these moves, guys, but these moves happen. This is what you don't realize. This is what, well, you maybe some of you do realize, obviously, but you have this thing called recency bias, and it's a definite strong human thought process, like driver of our reasoning, and you just see the recent price action or the recent anything and expect that's what it's going to be like going forwards, and your mind just tries to tell you big movements away from that aren't possible. You guys will know this for certain. I'll give you a real life. If you're into crypto, if you're into trading, you'll buy an altcoin. It'll go up 50%, and you think, oh wow, 50%, that's amazing. I'm gonna take my profits now. Or maybe you're a bit more of a crypto OG, and you're like, 2x, I'm going to take my profits, yay. Or maybe 4x, I'm going to take my profits. And the amount of times, guys, you will see these coins do 10x pretty quickly after you've taken a 2x or 50% profit or a 4x and think, that's fantastic, because your mind isn't telling you it can keep going up. Your mind is actually telling you it's gone up, it's doubled, it's gone up 4x, that now it's going to come back down again because it was lower before. That's your recency bias in action, and that's what it's doing to you, and that's what you've got to compete with, especially in trading, especially trading such wild markets, because you've got to be looking, you've got to be swinging for the fences with all your trades, because you've got to be able to sit. I've still got most of my altcoin positions, probably all of them, and more now, that I basically would have added to during this dip down through a basically a dip of like maybe between 40 and 60% in some of these coins. So yeah, but when I take profit on coins, I'll be taking like 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x's. So do you know what I mean? What is a 60% decline when I'm basically going to hold hopefully for another like maybe 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe even 10x in some of the coins? I mean, that's just you're trading bigger profits. You're just going for big. You understand what I'm saying? Basically, you're just looking to make your profits bigger than your losses. So yeah, that is it, guys. I'm not sure how too useful that could be for you, though, because obviously you could work on the assumption, well, 100% loss is 100% loss, but if I'm going for a 4x, that is clearly a good risk reward, isn't it? But you don't want to be losing 100% of your money, so just bear that in mind as well. But anyway, so I've rambled on a little bit. Maybe I just made up for the fact I didn't have the video yesterday evening. I was back observing price action, but it was quite late, and yeah, and well, just didn't get the video out, so apologies for that. But yeah, so remember, again, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys later on today.